Welcome, friends and neighbors, family and strangers, to another episode of Forever West. I'm your host, James Townsend, and today we're going to be talking about one of the Wild West's most infamous madams, Mattie Silks. Originally born Martha A. Nyman, was born in 1845 in Fayette County, Pennsylvania. The daughter of farmer Henry Nyman and his wife Sarah, she grew up with 4 siblings, and the family eventually migrated to Erie, Indiana in 1850. Mattie Silks was one of the most successful and renowned madams of the era. She established a reputation for operating the finest parlor houses and was distinguished by the exceptional care she provided to her employees. Silks ensured her girls received regular medical attention, the latest fashionable attire, and the majority of their earnings. Uniquely, she even prioritized their safety by equipping each woman with a personalized boot knife for protection. Mattie left home in the early 1860s, eventually arriving in Springfield, Illinois by 1865. At the age of 19, she had become a brothel owner, distinguishing herself as perhaps the youngest madam on the western frontier. While Silks insisted she attained her position without ever working as a prostitute, the veracity of this claim is historically debated. Contemporaries describe Mattie as a striking beauty, with blue eyes and blonde curly hair that she wore piled on top of her head. She was known for her immaculate attire, which featured a customization. 2 pockets sewn concealed into her gown, one for carrying gold coins, and the other for concealing her pearl-handled pistol. Mattie worked her way from Springfield through various boom towns, establishing a reputation for operating only the finest houses that catered exclusively to the elite. In 1876, Mattie embarked on a journey from Kansas City to Denver, Colorado. She went by coach and freight wagon, accompanied by her girls. Silks is said to have converted her coach into a mobile venue, ensuring business continuity during the transit. Upon her arrival in Denver, Silks secured a rental on the infamous Holiday Street. She later solidified her presence by acquiring the property at 501 Holiday Street from Nellie French for $13,000. Silks further expanded her enterprise by conducting business out of the structures immediately adjacent to her primary brothel. It was here in Denver that she secured the permanent companionship she desired, in the figure of Court Thompson. Court was a brash foot racer, distinguished by his pink tights and star-spangled athletic wear. Mattie became deeply infatuated with Court, willfully ignoring his habit of spending her earnings on gambling, expensive whiskey, and eventually other women. His arrogance was notorious. He would frequently ride his horse directly into her parlor house to demand funds, requests to which Mattie always acceded with a smile. Occasionally, Court used her own funds to purchase her opulent gifts, including a diamond-encrusted cross which she wore proudly, only removing it when absolutely necessary. It didn't seem to bother Silks at all that Court was already married with a child. The year 1877 marked the alleged occurrence of the infamous naked duel between Mattie Silks and Kate Fulton. The conflict began after Silks found Fulton, with her partner Thompson, together in a compromising position. The Rocky Mountain News reported that Thompson was hit by a stray bullet during the brawl. The Denver Daily Times stated that Thompson struck Fulton in the face, sparking a larger fight that included Fulton's lover. Following the physical altercation, Thompson was shot in the neck while driving home. Over time, various accounts of the event have emerged, including the famous detail that both women were topless. When Court's wife passed away in 1884, Mattie and Court moved quickly to formalize their own relationship. They married just 4 days after his wife's death. 2 years later, when Court's daughter passed away, she left a young girl behind. Court had no interest in raising the child, but Mattie intervened. She formally adopted the little girl and placed her in a boarding home, caring for her as her own daughter for the rest of her life. Court and Mattie's relationship showed little improvement, strained heavily by Court's drinking, gambling, and infidelity. Matters escalated when Mattie filed for divorce after discovering Court in bed with Lily Dabb, another prostitute he had known prior to meeting Mattie. The divorce petition vividly detailed the account. At their residence in Denver, the said defendant, without any fault on her part, or any real provocation being given, assaulted this plaintiff, knocked her down, blackened her eye, beat her face and body, and kicked her while she was lying on the floor in a most cruel and brutal way. It was a violent confrontation. Silks fired a gun at Dabbs, narrowly missing her, but severing a lock of her hair. Despite these events, Mattie eventually withdrew her divorce petition. Instead, she purchased a ranch in Ray, Colorado, relocating Court there to distance him from the temptation of the city. Mattie remained in Denver to manage her business, but visited the ranch frequently. They remained married until Court's death, attributed to bad oysters, in April of 1900. By the time of his death, it's said Court had borrowed and spent over $50,000 of Mattie's money. Following her husband's death, while her business continued to flourish, Mattie hired a handsome young man named Jack Reddy. Originally, he served as a bouncer and financial advisor, but Jack soon became her lover. In 1902, Mattie purchased the renowned House of Mirrors, a structure that stood at 1942 Market Street in Denver. Upon taking ownership, she immediately marked the entrance by placing a large M. Silks inscription on the doorstep. The House of Mirrors was the perfect backdrop for the dynamic Mattie Silks. The interior was distinctive, featuring doorposts carved with phallic imagery, a large glass chandelier suspended from a mirrored ceiling, and an elegant reception room. The parlor was lined with wall-to-wall plate glass mirrors and featured a gold harp in the corner, while the second floor housed 20 bedrooms. Mattie presided over this mansion until the closure of the red light district in 1915. In 1923, at the age of 77, Mattie married her lover, Jack Reddy, a union likely motivated by her desire to secure comfort and care for her declining years. The couple relocated to a cottage on Lawrence Street, where Jack remained a devoted companion until Mattie's death in 1929, at the age of 83. Mattie Silk's funeral was a quiet, understated affair, notable for its lack of songs or flowers. Mattie was laid to rest beside her one true love, Court Thompson, in Fairmount Cemetery. Despite estimating that Mattie earned over $2 million during her lifetime, her final estate had dwindled significantly. At the time of her death, her assets totaled just $4,000 and some jewelry. Her estate was divided between her husband Jack and her adopted granddaughter. Thanks again for watching Forever West. We hope you enjoyed it. Until then, take care.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.